opportunities is because we don't know they exist. It's like in comment sections when I see men talk about girls of nowadays, these days, girls these days, always asking for transport money, always asking. I'm like, these people are just going for their type, or 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 did she come and meet you? You know, in my mind, I'm like, this is what these men know. They don't know that there are women of class. They always go for this particular women that always ask for transport money, that always say, give me money to wear to our dinner. That always, and this is what they're used to. If you tell them there are ladies somewhere who make their own money, who make seven figures on their own, they'll be like, it's a lie. No Nigerian girl can, because they are already used to this quality of women. And that is how a lot of Nigerians are already used to a certain quality of scholarships, and that is the Nigerian scholarships. For example, Nigerian scholarships, I have openly condemned participating in any Nigerian scholarship, and I think history will defend me, and the records are there to show that most people who get offered a Nigerian scholarship usually get abandoned. Most people who get a Nigerian scholarship usually get abandoned. We have had our people go on CNN and other places, media houses, embassies, to hold placards, do manifestations, cry about how they've been rejected by Nigerian government, especially when there's a change of power and nobody cares about the people that were sent abroad anymore. There's also misplaced priority for Nigerian scholarships. When I was reading one of the scholarships for Rivers State back in 2015, when students were abandoned, one of the objectives of the scholarship was to help the poor. There is no scholarship that is just set up to help the poor. Even when we talk about need-based scholarships are also scholarships that are put in place to meet a certain program of that school or of that government, because of course the student has to be working on a particular project of interest to the school, and then the school will say, okay, this student is intelligent but doesn't have the money, so we're going to support you. You don't just throw people abroad because they're poor and they couldn't go to school. You don't just, I don't know, so that's, it failed from the foundation, because you don't just send people abroad because they're poor. Because if you send people abroad just because they're poor, you have no interest in it. And because there's no government interest in these people going abroad, there is no need to continue it. There's no need for continuity. Once the government thinks that they're doing the citizens a favor, they see no motivation, no incentive to continue. If, for example, there was maybe like a refinery project going on in River State, and then they send like the brightest minds to go out there, sponsor them, because they're poor, they say, we'll sponsor you. Aha. Now, whatever is happening with those students abroad, this River State government is going to ensure that these students finish their education comfortably with all the resources that they need. They make sure the students complete their scholarship with all the resources that they need, because there is government interest involved. If there's no government interest and you're doing scholarship, nothing for you. And that has now brought us back to the Erasmus scholarship. So now the Erasmus scholarship is a scholarship that is very exciting, and is organized by the European Commission. The European Commission is like, we call it the executive arm of the European Union. And under this, they have like a ministry that is for education, ECEA or something like that. So they organize this scholarship. It used to be 1,000 euros per month, but now it is 1,400 euros per month. And someone might want to calculate and say, oh, okay, so 2-year program, 24 times 1,400. No, if you calculate like that, you will miss out. Let me explain to you. If you're listening to me, here's the interesting part. We're talking money now. So if you're listening to me, here's the interesting part. We're talking money now. So let's talk money. When you get your Erasmus, yes, which I'll help you with by God's grace. When you get your Erasmus, yes, they're going to let you know that your flight from your country to their country, because you're in Africa, you get more money, will be covered. So that one already is 4,000 euros. But you don't get it while you're in Nigeria. You get it when you've already landed. Because some people, when you get 4,000, what are they leaving for? What are they traveling for? Some people in Nigeria, just give them 4,000, they will stay back. So first of all, you get 4,000, and with that 4,000 will come your first monthly allowance. That is 5,000. I'm saying this from experience. So if you're listening, so listen carefully. You get your 4,000. And from that, after that 4,000, the same month that you arrive, you get your 4,000. After that 4,000, you will then get additional 1,000 for your monthly stipend for that month to carry you through. Already your health insurance has been paid for. Your flight will not be paid for, but of course, if I borrowed money to travel, for example, if I borrowed money to travel and then I'm giving 4,000, what's it? I can easily pay the person 5 times. Do you understand? So now you've gotten 5,000 now, and they'll still give you additional 1,000 to fix your room. It's called the installation cost. So that's the money that you can now take to the market. As a Nigerian girl, I didn't use mine to do anything. I just kept it because my room was affordable. I already brought everything I needed from Nigeria. Nigerian women know they carry last. So I didn't really need any installation cost, anything. I went to an already furnished room. So all that money just entered my pocket. And that was when I started to build. Some people will say you cannot build wealth on scholarship. Listen carefully. That's when I started to build wealth via scholarship. Because for a smart person, all you need is a few bucks and they know what to do with it. When the Bible talked about the virtuous woman, it wasn't talking about a submissive, good wife. She's this. It was talking about all of that plus her ability to handle and multiply money. So already just having only that first month and 6K, you're already like on your way. If you needed money to start something, you already had something. And then consistently, they keep giving you the 1,000. Your tuition is already paid for. Now your tuition is already paid for. So that what are you worried about again? Nothing. And your rent is not expensive. So every money that's entering every month now, you're just keeping it. Then the next year starts. By the next year again, they give you another 4,000 to travel, assuming that you've traveled and come back. Whether you travel or not is nobody's business. They'll give you that 4,000 again. Then they'll give you that extra 1,000 again. So you have that. Then in all of this, when it's time for your project, when it's time for your master's project, they're going to give you additional money depending on your quotation for you to progress. Okay. And this is not the best part. I'm saying this because, I'm a study abroad financial advisor. That's why I'm starting with the money part. But the most exciting part for me is experience, and the experience of touring different countries. There was a particular program that has been discontinued. You travel to 12 countries during your master's. 12 countries. There's another program, again, that had 5 countries. So some programs have 4 countries. And in the midst of all of this, some of these programs offer you double honors, as double degree, while some programs will just put all of the schools together on one certificate and give to you. So this is what makes it super, super exciting. Now you see that on the screen, I wrote start early. I've always highlighted start early. If you're on my Instagram, you see that there's a post that I pinned and it says start early. So when we say start early, it doesn't mean, if the deadline is in. Why is my call ending now? Quick, because I have a lot of people. 1 hour. Sorry. So when I say start early, it's not because it's not that if the deadline is in July, you should start in June. No. Start early means a lot of things to a lot of people. There are parents that are raising scholarship-worthy children from childhood. And these people are going to apply for the same scholarship with you that you just heard about scholarship today. So tell me, what is going to be your strength? So when people come to me For example, for the dad scholarships already, there are people that have already come to me since April. Since April, we started in May. Everything is set now. We're just submitting. And these people will stand a high chance. Why? Because not only did I just apply with them, I coached them. I told them, do this, do this, do this, do this, do that, do this. No, don't do this. No, don't do this. No, don't choose this person. No, do this. So this is what I've done for all the students that I've helped in the past to get these scholarships, including the Erasmus. And it's not something that you just say you want to hurriedly apply for now. These scholarships are not recruiting by grades. These scholarships are not recruiting by nationality. These scholarships are looking for specific things, because for someone to give you money, I keep telling people there's no free money in scholarship. Yes, I say free money because, I mean, people believe that for money to come into your hands, you have to work 9 to 5, work really hard. But it's not free money, because you get that money and you keep studying, and if your grades drop, you lose your scholarship. And if your grades drop, you lose your scholarship. So there's no free money in scholarship. Okay. It's for people who want to work hard academically. And that's why when I post something and someone doesn't read the caption and they come to ask me a question that it's already been answered in the caption, I'm like, I just comment, please send a DM. Please send a DM simply means, please, it's my assistant that will answer you, because I don't have the energy for this. Why am I relating this to this story? Because scholarships are looking for academic hard workers. You can't even read a caption and you want a scholarship where you're required to keep studying. Next is the Canadian scholarships. Very exciting. I didn't put the amount on the screen, but for the first two that you see on the screen, they are 50,000 per year for 3 years. So for the sake of those who are watching live, I'm not going to call it out loud, the names of the scholarship, but for those who are on the meeting, you can see them on the screen. The first two are for PhD students, and they are 50,000 a year for 3 years. They're very, very prestigious in Canada. And yay, I have a person who has gotten the first one up here. She's a lady, she's a girl. She also got the Chevening scholarship before she got this particular one. She uses Chevening for her master's, and then she used this particular one for her PhD. So while you're sitting down thinking about, I don't have money for jackpot, there are people living on scholarships, just living on scholarships. And honestly, many of them, not all, many of them are not better than you academically. They just know where to find these things, or they keep looking for these things. Like I told you about one of the students that I worked with. Now the others are university based. For example, I announced the Lester Pearson. I announced another one, McCall, and these ones are currently accepting in Canada. Lester Pearson is for bachelor's, while the McCall is for master's. The McCall is for McGill University, while the Lester Pearson is for Toronto University. And you can go and apply. If you need coaching, you need someone to guide you on how to apply to scholarships in any of this country, I'm still here and I'm available to help you. People keep asking this particular question, and I'm going to say it out loud as a disclaimer that only the scholarship body can award you a scholarship. My job is to help you put in a STAR application using my experience and the experience of the people that it has worked for when they worked with me. So my goal is to help you put in a STAR scholarship and make you a person that is worthy of that scholarship. So the lady who started with me since May is like some of those other students that came with me, that worked with me for like 2 months, 3 months, and I built them into scholarship worthy people, even though before they didn't even know who they were. So the first question that I asked during my coaching is, who are you? You know, and people just don't know what to say. You will realize that someone asks you, who are you? You don't know who you are. And it gets very shocking. I've held this event over and over and over since 2021. And most times you just ask, who are you? People just blank out. You realize people don't know who they are. People don't know who their identities are, what their identities are. People don't know who they are. If I ask you, who are you? What are you going to say? Are you going to attach yourself to your father? Are you going to attach yourself to what you do for a living? Are you going to attach yourself to your hobbies? Are you going to attach yourself to your what you want to be? Are you going to attach yourself to your state of origin? Are you going to attach yourself to your country? People don't know who they are. So if you don't know who you are, it will be quite difficult for you to apply for a scholarship. I want to use this opportunity to say why it is easy for an agent. I'm not an agent. I want to say why it is easy for an agent to help you. Why it is easy for an agent to help you get admission. Now, without scholarship, by the way, an agent can help you because most agents collect cuts from the school. So the agent is working for the school, not for you. I work for you. The agent is working with these schools. Oh, Cynthia, I think we're going out in 9 minutes. Okay. Agents work for the school. That is, how do I explain that to you? The agent is collecting cuts from the school as well as from the student. So it is for profit. These schools are making money from your attendance to their school. So these schools are not selective at all. The only selection criteria for the school is, are you paying? That's why I see someone in the chat that has 40,000 now that is there. And we don't know how that 40,000 is going to happen, but God will make a way. But you see that these schools, as long as you're paying, it is come one, come all. So that's why an agent can help you get admission. And my work, what I do, my value proposition is to help you study soft life on a budget or on scholarship. My work is to advise you financially for your study abroad so you don't go and end up on CNN or on a viral post like those people that you see them stranded in Canada because they don't have money again for the study abroad. Another thing that people romanticize that they're trying to make a trend in Nigeria is work study. Of course, it's not bad to work and study, but it is not easy at all. Some of you think it's easy because you've never tried it, but work study is not easy at all, especially working two jobs. When you go to Instablog Nigeria, they make having 10 shifts a normal thing. Yeah, everybody gets shifts. That's off ahead life. There are people living abroad that have never done shift work in their entire life, and most of them are scholarship students. Even a scholarship visa might not allow you, not all, would not allow you to work because you're already getting money from the government, especially government scholarship visas. Another thing you should know again is that scholarship recipients do not need to present a proof of funds because, come on, if Tinubu is sponsoring you, who are you trying to show proof of funds to? So we've done Canada. Let's move on to the other one, which is a very interesting country that I have studied in and enjoyed. It's quite an expensive country. But of course, if you're a Nigerian, I always tell people that Nigeria is the hardest university of hustle. If you can succeed in Nigeria, you can succeed anywhere. And if you're listening to me now and you've never, ever, ever tried to succeed in Nigeria, you've been living like a baby, someone's taking care of you, you work 9 to 5, you've never hustled, you've never sold a pencil in your life, and you live in Nigeria, you've never chased a dream. You've never chased a dream. Because I always ask people in my coaching, tell me one hard dream that you really chased and then you eventually got it after failing. You've never chased a dream in Nigeria. Start now. Chase something that is tough and difficult. If you've never sold something, start now. Try selling something. Nigeria is the hardest but most effective university of hustle in the entire world. I don't know any other country where their citizens work just as hard with so little. If you say, oh, the US, people in the US, they're not trying to survive amidst little, amidst a difficult government, amidst a stubborn government that provides nothing. People in Nigeria are striving and succeeding amidst a government that provides nothing. That is why when a Nigerian goes to the US or the UK or Canada or Australia or Europe, they become the envy of the people there, because the people there only see blockades and a bad government. Well, we've seen worse government. So when we come to their country, we start succeeding financially and they're wondering why. It's because we've seen struggle. So what we see here is easy life, but you guys don't see the easy life. But because I see the easy life, I'm going to use these opportunities, this little that I've been given. That's why they think that, oh, you're probably doing drugs or something when you're in Nigeria and abroad, but we're not. It's just that we've seen worse. And to us, everywhere else that we go, we had the government is good. It's like heaven. Moving on to Swiss scholarships. We're gonna time out in a bit. So if we time out, please, can you just I'm gonna send you another link, because usually when it times out, they don't let me use the same link again. Let me see. Time's out in 4 minutes. Let me hurry up with the Swiss scholarship, and then you can start asking questions in the WhatsApp chat. So this one is full tuition. It pays very, very well. I know I just mentioned 50,000, but this one is 60,000 for 2 years. Some of you already saw the one that I posted, where it's 2003. That one is for Swiss Excellence, but the other one down here pays 60,000 for 2 years. And who's going to enjoy this one? Mostly science students. The one on top for all disciplines, the one below mostly science students. This Switzerland is a country that is strongly research based. It has the highest human development index in the entire world, followed by Singapore. These are 2 countries that I've actually studied during one of my courses in risk analysis. So it's a country that is fully invested in research and development. So if you're into maybe the sciences, that's a country that I know that you can actually enjoy. Of course, there are art students and social science students there like me. But if you have maybe a science background, it's a place that I think you should invest your energy for scholarships into. And yes, the cost of living is high, but like I said, you're from Nigeria. You are a smart person from, I don't want to generalize and say you're from Nigeria. You're a smart person from Nigeria. And if you're a financially smart person from Nigeria, because there's smart, there's book smart, there's financially smart, and then there's book smart but financially unintelligent. So if you're a financially smart person from Nigeria, with even 2,000 scholarship money, you will do well in a country where people say, cost of living. Am I not from there? Didn't I study there? So please prepare your questions, because I'll soon start going into application pitfalls. So on the screen here, apologies to those who are not Christians, but on the screen here, I have Luke chapter 14, verse 30. So Luke 14, verse 30, for who would begin construction of a building without first calculating the cost to see there's enough money to finish it? There's someone in my DM now as well. He applied to a school in Luxembourg, and of course Luxembourg, I mean, it's an expensive place to live as well, just like Switzerland, but there are affordable schools there. But he went to a school that charges even more than the 40K that someone wrote here. And I'm like, how can you be studying in Europe and you're paying tuition of 40? How? I even have a student. I had a student once. She was my French student, and I asked her, how? She said, it's a business school, kini kini. I'm like, how? It's not INSEAD. It's not HEC. It's just, so we're going to time out in a bit, and I'm going to just keep waiting for your, I'll send you a link to come back in so we can move into application strategies and pitfalls. How much is that bird on that window? Whoop, whoop. No one with that very dark head. Now I can talk to you guys. My meeting timed out. How are you? I'm going to shout out before I go back to that meeting. Let me just tell them to keep asking questions. Please ask questions here. I am sending a link now. I'm going to shout you guys out. Hi, Mujib Abdul Rahim Zai. Hi, Florian. Hi, Leah. Hi, Naktai. Hi, Brooke. Hi, Eric French. You're pretty too. Hi, Envy Mag. Hi, Envy Mag. Oh, you're the first. You set the ball rolling. People who send the first messages are golden because, sometimes when people see a message already, they are more inclined to send messages. Thank you, Eric French. Thank you, Brooke. Brooke, you are so adorable. Thank you. I didn't know Beyonce had a twin. Brooke. Leah Naktal. Um, Hi, Mujib. Yeah, you heard that, right? So I need to go. I need to go offline now, guys. Thank you so much. I need to go join my students. I owe them this particular time, so I need to honor their time by disappearing. How much is there on that window? Ooh, ooh. Create a new Google link for them. New meeting. Okay. Okay, nobody, don't be lucky to me. So sending them a link now. Nobody knows. So guys, I want to go use link Instagram. I like the Instagram filter. So I want to go use Instagram for a bit and then I'll come back here. Bye. Oh, I miss you guys. I don't want to say bye, but gotta go. Let me see. Top fans, Mujib and Florian and Brooke and Leah. All of you are so special and wonderful. Wait, I'm not using the filter. Oh.